Finally got some time away from the toddler, so I wanted to give myself an at-home facial, and I thought it'd be awesome to go ahead and show you guys some of the things that you can do at home using ingredients that you already have in your fridge, in your cabinets, in your pantry, and to be able to keep your skin glowing, because me being an esthetician, looking at my skin now, it's like, oh my gosh, I've really let it go. But anyway, baby steps. I'm going to go ahead and show you yourself at home facial. So the first thing that I want to tell you is that there are different steps to cleansing, and it's best if you do it in this order. You want to pre-cleanse, which I prefer to use an oil-based pre-cleanser, because oil dissolves oil, it attracts oil, it really gets that oil and makeup off. So you do that first, and then you follow up with a cleanser. It should depend on your skin type. However, some cleansers are good for all skin types, like the one that I'm going to tell you. It can be tweaked a little bit here and there for different, like if you have oily or if you have sensitive skin. Then you want to tone your skin. The pH balance of the skin is naturally about a 5, and when you use different soaps and cleansers, they strip all of that acidity and make your skin a little bit too alkaline. So the purpose of toner is to actually go in there and balance that pH back out. A toner is very important, although there are different people who say you don't need a toner anymore due to the way our cleansers are made, but I say you should always tone. It won't hurt. You want to exfoliate. Our skin cells are constantly creating new ones, and the dead ones then need to be exfoliated off. You really should be exfoliating daily in the shower. However, a really good exfoliation you should do once a week. After you exfoliate, as an esthetician, I add massage just to get the skin going and to moisturize it very well. So at home, you have to combine the two steps of moisturizing and massage, because that way you can just, take a little bit more time to massage your cream in. You want to use a SPF if possible, a SPF, because that really helps to block and guard our skin against the sun and try to go against getting these dark spots on your face and things like that. So here goes the first step, pre-cleanse. I'm choosing to use coconut oil, and I have the coconut oil in just a little Tupperware container because I always like to set some aside, and I use it for different things around the house. Let me tie my hair back. But the coconut oil is really great for diaper rash cream, and it's good for skin, lips, and everything. So I keep a couple of jars around the house for those purposes. And you don't want to start with water, you want to start with just the oil. So I'm going to get a little bit out of here. I'm just using my fingers. Coconut oil spreads fairly well. When you first get it out of the jar, it's not going to be mostly liquid like this, but it has a very low melting point. So you can run it under warm water or just sit it under hot lights like mine are. So make sure you rub, get that stuff loose. And then you just take a wet cloth and wipe it off. Alright, so next there is the cleanse step. So with cleansing, I'm going to use honey today. So this is pretty cheap honey. However, the best honey to use is either raw manuka oil or raw local organic honey. This is all I had in my cabinet right now, so this is what I'm using. It's still pure honey. It's not the syrup that some people sell. So you just want a little bit of honey. And I'm just going to pat it on because it's really sticky. Makes me want to eat it. Just a little bit, if you can see that. Okay, so now that I got that on, I'm going to put some on my neck. And you leave it on for 5 minutes. Okay, I have left the honey on for actually about 10 minutes. And now you just take a wet cloth again and get that honey off. Alright, so once you've gotten that off, then the next step is to tone. So now that we have stripped a lot from our skin, it's time to try to balance it back. So the best thing to use for toning is the organic apple cider vinegar. And this is Bragg's. It's raw, unfiltered. Really good for when you're sick. You mix this with water. So you want to take 1/3 apple cider vinegar, which I'm just eyeing it, and then you mix that with 2 parts or 2/3 distilled, or I use just bottled water. You want to use less water if you have oily skin and more water if you have sensitive skin. I'm about in the middle, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it 1 part vinegar to 2 parts water. Alright, so here's that mixture. And you can use a cotton swab or a cotton ball or something like that, but once again I'm just going to use my hands and I'm going to tap it on. Some people can't stand the smell of vinegar, but I love it. I don't mind it, and I know that it's going to disappear soon. It's not going to last forever and make me have a stinky face. Okay, so there is the vinegar. You want it to dry, press it into your skin, and you do not rinse it. I can feel my skin sucking this up. It loves it. Okay, so after the vinegar, the toning, then all you have left is moisturize. The best thing to do is to use coconut oil or your preferred oil. I love coconut oil once again. But, well, the coconut oil does not have the sunscreen, the protection, the SPF. So I used to have a little bottle of just SPF that you can mix into your moisturizer, and it was by Dermalogica. It's something I got in school. Well, I no longer have that. I need to get another one though. So until then, I'm going to use this oil of Olay, and it is an all-day moisture cream with sunscreen and broad spectrum SPF 15. So that is going to be my final step of moisturizing. And I hear a lot of people who have oily skin say that they skip moisturizer. Don't do it. Your skin needs moisture. That is way too much. Your skin needs moisture. So if you don't give it to it, it's going to overproduce oil just to try to make up for what you're depriving it of. You want to use a balanced moisturizer. It's definitely not something as heavy as this. This one is the complete, and it's for sensitive skin, but it's fairly heavy. And I'm sure you can see it's leaving a little bit of a shine. But my skin feels awesome. And there you go. It took me, say, 15 minutes, including the 10 minutes I just let the honey sit on my face, which you can do that and go take care of other things. 15 minutes is all it took for me to do a at-home facial, and hopefully put my skin back on the road to being healthy again. Here's a quick lip exfoliation. Once again, all you need is some coconut oil and a little bit of sugar. So all I do is I take my finger and I make sure I have coconut oil on it, and then I dip it in the sugar like that. It's probably too much, but take a little bit off, and then massage it in. This really helps to exfoliate the dead skin off of your lips and make it prime and ready for lipstick, especially if you're going to wear color. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, I would love to do more things about skincare. That is what I was doing before I came back to stay at home with my son, and so I enjoyed working in a salon and giving massages and facials and waxing, body waxing, and all those types of things. So continue to watch and subscribe, and please communicate, let me know what it is that you want to see on my channel. Thank you.